such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. How you kids doing? The old Capmeister here, rapidly trying to finish his videos before he goes and visits with his nieces. They need proper uncling. They cannot niece on their own. They need to know there's a lot of skill and finesse involved. A lot of sugar and ice. Do you eat cake first? Do you eat ice cream first? It's very difficult questions. So we got a regular here. Swallow Blue. You guys know him. He's a regular on the show. And he writes, 2 things. Do you have any plans in case PayPal deplatforms you? This is my curiosity. This is just my curiosity, just in case they decide to sarg on you. Yeah, there's other payment platforms, most notably Subscribestar. And compared to even 2 years ago, once everyone started getting deplatformed, there's been a fair amount of other payment processors that have sprung up. It's called capitalism in Russia, of all places. But yeah, I do have a Subscribestar account if you guys can follow me over there, but I got that planned. Too annoying as you've been against business school. I do have Worthless, the book. There's this article that I haven't found you covering at all. Link here. It's from The Guardian. It's archived there. This is a video response, of course. So I'll read through it here a little bit. I can't promise I'll read all of it on account my voice is going, and I did kind of peruse it before, and the person who wrote it was verbose. From The Guardian, Why We Should Bulldoze the Business School, written by Martin Parker. There are 13,000 business schools on earth. That's 13,000 too many, and I should know. I've taught in them for 20 years, by Martin Parker. Visit the average university campus. It is likely that the newest and most ostentatious building will be occupied by the business school. The business school has the best building because it makes the biggest profits, or euphemistically contribution or surplus, as you might expect, from a form of knowledge that teaches people how to make profits. Business schools have huge influence, yet they're also widely regarded to be intellectually fraudulent places. Well, they are. Fostering a culture of short-termism and greed. There's a whole genre of jokes about what MBA really stands for: mediocre but arrogant, management by accident, more bad advice, master bullshit artist, and so on. Critics of business schools have come in many shapes and sizes. Employers complain that graduates lack practical skills. Conservative voices scorn the arrivistic. God, you wonder why people hate academics. Like, dude, I'm pretty verbose. Arriviste scorns the Arriviste MBA. Europeans moan about Americanization. Radicals wail about the concentration of powers in the hands of running dogs of capital. Since 2008, many commentators have also suggested that business schools were complicit in producing the crash. Business schools are where lazy egomaniacs and suburbanite children go because they're too lazy to major in engineering. That's it. It's just a big continuation of high school. I would say daycare or baby care for not so great minds who think they're going to make it in bid-naz, yo. And the NBA bubble is burst, okay? I remember, do you remember now, back in the day when I was a child, 3, well, let's say 4, only one of which is still standing. There were 4 professions that you said these 4 things, like, well, that's serious, man. And it was, because back in the day, the people who were these 4 professions were pretty darn serious. 1 lawyers, 2 doctors, 3 professors, and the 4th one was they got their MBA. Only the doctor remains. The remaining 3 have been so ruined by the baby boomers and Gen Xers now that have had those titles. You got the lawyer bubble, law school bubbles. Everyone, their mom has a law degree. Professors, holy cow. Wow, they're a professor, they're a doctor. Ooh, now it's like, yeah, okay, sure, that's cute. You have your doctorate in sociology. If it was physics, I'd be impressed, but please just go away. And was the MBA? Oh my gosh, they were already going down, and then the financial crisis hit. Yeah, MBAs are a joke. I don't think this was written in 2018. It's like, yeah, I think the reputation of business schools is going down. I mean, you weren't the snowflake that caused this avalanche, but please add more snow to it if you want, Martin. Having taught in business school for 20 years, I've come to believe that the best solution to these problems is shut down business schools altogether. This is not a typical writer among my view among my colleagues. Even so, it is remarkable just how much criticism of business schools over the past decade has come from inside the schools themselves. Many business school professors, particularly in North America, have argued that their institutions have gone horribly astray. Business schools have been corrupted, they say, by deans following the money, teachers giving the punters what they want. What's the punters? Is that students? Researchers pumping out paint by numbers papers for journals that no one reads. Isn't that, can you just say that about all of academia? And students expecting a qualification return for their cash, or more likely their parents' cash. Oh, this guy's good. At the end of it all, most business school graduates won't become high-level managers anyway, just precarious cubicle drones and anonymous office blocks. But see, now, somebody send this tomorrow. Maybe I'll contact him myself, but Martin makes the mistake of assuming this is like a demand pull for business schools. Like there are companies and employers that want a business degree or an MBA that pulls the demand for business schools, when it really is a demand push for students who want to become business majors. And let me very, very clear the difference between it. These young kids don't give a damn whether there's demand for business administration majors, marketing majors, HR majors, anything like that. That's what they want to do. Now, this could be said of all of college. And so the only reason business schools and largely colleges exist is because a bunch of dumb 18-year-old children who have been lied to and propagandized and have never had any life or dream painted except for go to college, bop, 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 execute program and protocol, must have college degree, any degree, a good degree, follow hard, money will follow. And so once again, inferior, low IQ, but ultimately egotistical high school students who want to make business, bro. I want the 6 figs without having to do calculus and engineering. People who want engineering money but are too lazy to be engineers, they go into business and they have purpose and meaning. And you have to view college as the final consumption good, the final luxury good. That's it. That's their birthright. It's their, it's a big party. It's a big faux jerk yourself off as thinking you're an intellectual. You're going to make it big in business, yo. And after that, it ends. But to say, well, look, they don't really do that well outside. It won't stop it, Martin. It won't stop it. You got to go to the school, the K through 12 schools. You got to go to the media and you got to educate high schoolers starting at the age of about 14 about the real world demands of the economy. I appreciate what he's trying to do here. It's like business schools are worthless. College is worthless. The liberal arts are they're a joke now. People still sign up for it. I just pulled the numbers very recently. 80.5% of young women major in dumb crap. Men are not that much better. Why do you major in sociology? What are you going to do with it? They're not thinking about what they're going to do with it. They're thinking like, I want to major in taste. And so if we want to advance the conversation, what we got to do is get young people to realize it's stupid to go to business school. These are not complaints of professors of sociology, state policymakers, or even outraged anti-capitalist activists. These are views and books written by insiders, the employees of business schools, who themselves feel the sense of disquiet or even disgust at what they're getting up to. Of course, these dissenting views are still those of the minority. Most work within business schools is blithely unconcerned with any expression of doubts, participants being too busy oiling the wheels to worry about where the engine is going. Still, this internal criticism is loud and significant. The problem is that these insiders' dissent has become so thoroughly institutionalized within the well-carpeted corridors that it now passes unremarked, just an everyday counterpoint to business as usual. Careers are made by wailing loudly in books and papers about the problems with business schools. Right. But the business school could be good or it could be bad. It doesn't matter. It's moot what the people inside actually think about the business school. Because there's going to be another generation of high school seniors that are going to dude bro it up. Like I remember one girl, she was on Twitter and she graduated from the Carlson School of Management. Someone had sent me her Twittergram or whatever. She's like, look out. This is what a future person of color, I had to look up what POC means. Person of color girl boss looks like. And it's, oh, is that the slop they're graduating? This rife with attitude crap is what they're graduating from business schools. And you don't realize that was the product. They're going to sign up by the droves. And it doesn't matter after that because you got their money, right? Once they graduate, you charge them $1,200 for a robe and a hat they got to return anyway. You grab some Marxist yutz that claims to be in the business field. If you're the future of the country, a great leader is saying things like a Jefferson-Lincoln debate. But him saying fine living nice lady. Look out, where did I come? Why can't I find a job? The business school is moot. It's in the past. It's over. Don't look forward. You don't look to the business schools should not look to the future. You should look at the past. You should look at high schoolers. The business school has been described by two insiders as a cancerous machine spewing out sick and irrelevant even titles such as against management, fucking management, and the greeting bastards guys to business appears not to cause any particular difficulty for their offers. I know this because I wrote the first two. Frankly, the idea that I was permitted to get away with this speaks volumes of, dude, okay, it's another thing. View it as addiction, Martin. These kids are addicted to a lie or a dream that they can make 6 figs, by majoring in something that's low IQ, business admin, HR, marketing, whatever. And that's their heroin. They're going to shoot up. You could beat them in the hallways. They'll still go to college. I mean, look what happens in the liberal arts. They get taught. They go to school K through 12. Right? You're nothing unless you go to college. Okay. Then they go to college and they get a degree in whatever communications. Then they can't find a job. You have them so addicted to the dream and the lie that they can make money following a dream of theirs, which involves no work, rigor, or effort, that they will then double down at twice the tuition prices to get a master's or a doctorate. That you're selling crack. You're selling a lie. You're Oprah. Business schools are Oprah. You girls can have it all. You're brave and amazing, and you don't have to hit the gym or learn to code. Here's your money, Oprah. Except you're a business school. And you get Oprah's advice could completely screw them over. Business schools could get you no job. They'll still sign up. I'm a criminology major. Okay. That won't help you get your brother out of jail. No, it won't. In fact, it is rewarded because the fact that I publish is more important than what I publish. Most solutions to the problems of business schools shy away from radical restructuring and instead tend to suggest a return to supposedly more traditional business practices or a form of moral rearmament decorated with terms such as responsibility and ethics. Oh, you mean like diversity? Like diversity? Because as far as I can tell, that's the biggest push, because it was being pushed back in my day in business school. It was diversity. That was coming out in the 90s. Boy, that really helped out businesses, huh? That really increases the bottom line. All these suggestions leave the basic problem untouched, that the business school only teaches one form of organizing, market managerialism. That's why I think we should call in the bulldozers and demand an entirely new way of thinking about management, business, and markets. If we want those in power to become more responsible, then we must stop teaching students that heroic transformational leaders are the answer to every problem, or that the purpose of learning about taxation laws is to evade taxation, or that creating, there's a difference between evading and abating. They should be teaching you to abate taxation, not evade. Then you go to jail. Or as Jordan Peterson says, you don't want a creative accountant. Or that creating new desires is the purpose of marketing. In every case, the business school acts as an apologist selling ideology, if it were science. He continues on for quite a lengthy diatribe. And I'm not disagreeing with you. You could read it at length, but it's an academic who's part of the machine who doesn't understand his customer. He obviously has a little bit more morals than the average business school teacher. He thinks that business schools should somehow prepare young people to not just be better workers, but to be more productive workers and to build better businesses, make more profits, increase utility and value, like what you would generally have thought a business school to be. That's not it. A business school is just a larger part of the education bubble, where it is a consumer good, what I like to call the last and final luxury good of America, a lie. You're brave and amazing and you can do whatever. Come to the dipshit School of Management, which would be the Carlson School of Management, where everyone in a 2-county area maybe have heard of us, where you can learn to be leaders and then it's no different than a home shopping network channel. But wait, there's more. You'll learn how to have ethics. You're taking spoiled little kids from the United States who have been lied about their value and capacities and abilities and what they're going to do. And you're and telling them that they can achieve great things doing what they want, forget the realities of the labor market. Some of those people will go into the liberal arts and change the world and change lives, teach children, and nothing will happen. Some will actually become engineers and doctors, and the 15% of students that are going to school for a good thing that actually will make a difference and might actually lead to them achieving their dreams. Everybody else goes to business school. And it's the same lie that they tell everyone else. And it's just to extend your adolescence. It's to extend and postpone the fact that you have to work. It's also to have a party. I'm so smart. I'm in college. Oh my goodness. And they're there for the college experience. And you could feed them slop, and most businesses, schools do. They won't care. I'm in college. I go to the Carlson School of Management. I'm at the Keller School of Management. I'm at the Anderson School of Management. I am so smart and will be a leader. And then you push them out, and their attitude and arrogance will carry them forward. Some of them will be even idiotic enough to come back and get their MBA. Why? Because my dream that I can make 6 figs without knowing calculus. And once you realize that, you'll realize, and it's that it's also not going away, that now here comes a whole new generation of college junkies that need the instant gratification, purpose, agency, and reason in life. Some of them will also sign up for business college. And that's why your business colleges will never go away. And that's why they can teach utter crap and slop that does, that's why I say, if you're going to go to business school, you go accounting or you go MIS, or you don't go. But that will not stop the flood of truly mediocre minds from flooding business schools. You got lifelong employment, man. Be happy. All right. We got a couple of super chats. AS for $5. Business school is a honeypot for people that want careers because they see success of accounting majors, but not everyone else. I say it's just lazy kids. That's all it is. Swallow Blue, $2. You're right, Mr. C. It's steam brush. Steam, science, technology, engineering, arts. We slid it in there. See, now we're smart. Now we're employable. And math. Swallow Blue, also more popular than my state school on Twitter. I'm more popular than most business colleges. And I don't need a government bailout. I don't need government subsidy. I'm also not selling poison. But yeah, I mean, we should maybe I'll do it. How many business colleges is Aaron Clary more popular than? What would we do that? Twitter followers, YouTube subscribers, average view count? Thomas Muhlenmatter, I think that's Polish, 25, Zlotys. Finally figured out Operation Evil. I'm so proud. Cappy School of Management. It provides advanced MBAs in diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yes. But it can't be Cappy. It has to be Shaniqua's or Jerome's or Jose's. It can't be a Cappy. That sounds pretty white. You can't have a white male. for $5. But Cappy, after my dad finishes all your books, he wants to read business stuff from Northwestern or U of Chicago. If he pays, I can go. Put on my Bumble. See, now Northwestern or U of Chicago, those aren't business schools. Those are prestige and status schools. You're buying prestige. Harvard Business School, same thing. Wharton, you're going for the name. That's a brand name. But any state school, really, how many of you, if it weren't for me, how many of you have even heard of the Carlson School of Management? You all heard from Chicago. Oh, Chicago. Oh, you really know how to suck dick. Okay. Fred Freeman Sowell, $2. But what about Porter's 5 Forces? Dude, bro, girls. Yeah, it's Porter's 5 Forces. They still teach it. Hey, guys, SWOT analysis, huh? Or the Boston Consulting Group matrix. Like, yeah, we got it. 2 vertices. We got it. Yeah. What was it? Cost and importance, or cost and time, or something like that. Yeah, it's worth $50,000 a year. All right, there you guys go. Just don't go to business college, kids. Just don't, unless it's for accounting or MIS. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.